Hello everybody, this is Rita of the Shadow. Welcome. So today we are talking about the ISFJs using the 8 gates model. And before we start, I just wanted to thank the ISFJs on the whole humanity's behalf, because, thank you so much, ISFJ. The world won't be the same without you guys. And you are the reason why we have survived this far as a humanity, honestly. It makes sense that, it's important to have you guys, but because you guys tend to be ignored, so I just wanted to say thank you so much, and you are wonderful, exactly as you are. And so yeah, because why? Because you guys are so, you guys follow the rules, you see the rules, you follow the rules, you are very hardworking, and you do what you should do, not what you want to do. And then you are also, you can remember things, and you are also a people person. You are very good at taking care of other people, and you know what they are feeling, and then whatever you do is you always have the interests of others in mind. And then you also, when you are young, maybe you think you are not that smart, but don't worry. As you get older, your dear child will wake up, and then guess what? You have the inner INTP gift, because because not only can you can figure things out, you can also use your experience, and using your ideas to implement those ideas, and in a way that benefit other people. So that's why it's your TI gift. And yeah, and maybe sometimes you feel like maybe you feel like you are not a very intuitive person, like you feel like your intuition is not accurate because you are insecure about your intuition. But I'm here to say that you should learn to, I think it's a good idea to learn to have faith in your intuition, because if you can aspire using your intuition, you can become the ENTP idol. What that means is you can, using your experience, and then using how other people feel, and using your logic to, guide your intuition. So yeah, it means you are actually a very intuitive person when you can learn to develop this function. So yeah. Oh, sorry, and I forgot to mention this one. So every parent is all about caring for others, and when you become a parent, this function gets even more amplified. So it means that when you have become a parent, you are all about taking care of your child, seeing how they are doing, and then caring for them, and then you're doing what you should do, not what you want to do. You are very disciplined. So it's like you only live for your family, you're only living for your family. So you become like super selfless, and so that's another reason why people really should appreciate ISFJ parent more, because they tend to get taken for granted. So yeah, can you see? This way. Okay, so ESFP, so So interesting enough, even though ISFJ are so, so hardworking and so disciplined, when they are younger, this is very, this is another story, because when they are young, they are all about, what do I want and how do I feel, they are very interested, very keen on getting experiences. They will go out of their way to seek new experience, to know things, that is because, how can they have any memory if they don't go out and make a memory? So when they are young, they want to go seek experience actually, and they will be very convincing. That they will always trying to tell you to let them go experience something. So yeah, so that is their SE nemesis, and then gateway into ESFP hermit. And because they are also worried about not having enough experience, or giving other people bad experience, or so it's very contradictory. On the one hand, they are worried about new experience. They wanted to be where they are comfortable, but on the other hand, they want to go out and seek experience. So when they go down into their ESFP hermit, they want to seek experience, but when they are in their ISFJ ego, they are worried about experiencing new things. So it's very contradictory, and you might be a bit confused if you hang out with an ISFJ. So yeah, so ISFJ, they are also very confused themselves, because they feel like they have very different people living inside of them all the time, and which is true if you know MBTI and this kind of thing, but they are not interested in this thing. So yeah, but here is an important part for the ISFJ parent, because ISFJ tend to also have ISFJ parent, or one of their parents is a guardian type, which is SJ. So because SJ type is all about SI, right? All about following the tradition and the protocols and the rules, and have discipline and doing what you should do, what you're supposed to do, and doing things properly, Does that sound familiar? So if these are the things that you tell your children, and then you push them too far, they may rebel. So ISFJ, when they are teenager, is like a very stereotypical, rebellious teenager. The more you tell them what they are not supposed to do, the more they want to, and then the more they will, because this is how they feel is the most important thing. And then, they are also, trying to do what they want, and then all for the sake of those experiences. So the more you tell them not to do something, the more they will go out and do exactly that thing that you tell them not to do. So the key is not to push them too much, okay? SJ parents, it's just to let them have their fun, Teach them responsibility, not hovering over them like some kind of because it's like when you are a parent, you are all about doing what you should do, but contradictory, when you are young, you are also, doing whatever is interesting for you, doing what you feel, to go out and have experience. But if you don't let them have experience, how can they grow up to be, a responsible person like you? They will be too busy rebelling all the time. They don't have time to, do other stuff. So if you just let them have their fun, eventually they will come back to their ego, and then they will be good again. They will be responsible when they grow up. So yeah, and you can have a better relationship with them. Isn't that what's important? So next one is the TE trickster. This one is the same as INFJ. So TE trickster is very interesting because we are all both focus so much about other people and making other people feel good. But funnily, when you make other people feel good all the time, ironically, you don't. I mean, of course there are exceptions, but usually you don't get noticed as much. Ironically, when you are being selfish, you get noticed more. So that is the effect of, the kid who cries gets more candy, right? So yeah, so that is the problem here. So because we don't focus on seeking out recognition and making other people notice us and recognize what we have done, we tend to fly under the radar. So yeah, that can be a virtue, but it can also be a disadvantage. But if you become like if you try to develop your TE and then to seek out the recognition, it's not to boast, not to like boast what you have done, but to get recognition when it's suitable, when it's proper. Then I think it's only right, and people will see you, then you can give them advice and then doing what you want, which is taking care of other people anyway. Because even though we switch to different side of mind, we are still influenced by our ego. So yeah. And the next one is a night demon. Watch out for the night demon, guys. Because you know why? Because ISFJ seems like they're this very selfless, very harmless person, and they are always doing what they should do, and they also think they don't want anything most of the time. Like if you ask them, what do you want to do for in the future, they have hard time. They're really struggling with doing what they want, because they think almost like wanting something is bad. So they always don't know what they want, and they are wanting you to tell you what they should do. According to C.S. Joseph, also this is true. Like they expect you to tell them what they are supposed to do. So they are really struggling with finding their own path forward if you don't tell them. So that is the funny situation we are dealing with. But although it's rare, but if one day you are ISFJ, whether you are in a relationship with them or you have an ISFJ child, if one day they tell you they have something they want to do, please don't stop them, because if you crush their dream, if you tell them you cannot do it, they will be very upset with you. They will be very resentful, because for their whole life they have been wandering, lost, and wanting to find out what is their purpose, what is their goal in life. And then after a long last, they found it, and then you crush their dream. So then they will really hate you, and then turn into an INTJ demon. And then they will be like, screw you, I will do it my way. So if you are an obstacle, they will remove you as an obstacle. So this is the risk you are dealing with when you crush their dream. So on the other hand, if this is for the ISFJ, so even though sometimes it's very hard to find what you want, and even when you do, not necessarily you will get support from your family or other people around you. But then it's important to stick to your dream if that is what you really want, because if you can learn forgiveness and be kind and overcome your inner demon, be kind to yourself and overcome the inner demon, and be kind to those who don't support you because they are not able to see what you are going through. Be kind, but be powerful. You are allowed to have desire. You are allowed to have a goal. Because there are chances the goals are to help other people anyway, so why not do it? You can find your own way. If you get way into an INTJ in a positive way, then become an angel. So you can get through anything, because that is what the INTJ are famous for. They can overcome anything they set their minds to, and so can you. So yeah, so that's all for the ISFJs. Hope you find that interesting, and yeah, so thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.